Hey, we're live. It's not like I've been waiting on XSplit to change the scene or anything. Welcome to another episode of Court of Swords. It's been 2 weeks. Dan, let's talk about how many shitty games you've played.
Please.
Actually, before that, we need to get a pup check. How's your dog doing, Max?
Malcolm's doing just fine. It was actually the vet that just called just a moment ago to follow up on test results and stuff. Everything's within good range, and yeah, he's good to go.
Fantastic. Good news.
Nice.
Glad to
Bitching
hear
good
it.
news, I would say, even.
Yeah.
Bitchin'.
Dan, let's hear about those shitty games.
It's been a lot of crap. Yeah, it's
You're like the bad weather guy.
The voice of a man on October 25th.
yeah,
The final days.
yeah. After 3 weeks of shit, I feel like I've been in a sewer just shoveling crap like for the past 3 weeks. I can't wait to get out of the tunnel. In a few next Tuesday will be the day I'll finally be free. Yeah, but I'm excited to be done. It's been after doing this for so long, I've played all the good games and I'm shoveling all the crap ones now, and it's bad. And I'm ready. Today I played this game where I was a guy in a British town.
Already terrible. I mean, you're in Europe, so it can't get much worse.
Ghost hunting a ghost, and it was just so bad. The voice acting was atrocious. The gameplay was just awful. It had illogical puzzles. It was just, I am at the bottom of the barrel. I want to kill somebody. That's where I am at right now.
What happens next Halloween?
October.
I think this is the last full month of horror month. I think next week we're going to go for a 2-week marathon instead.
Oh.
So I think I'm just out of energy and patience for it.
That's a lot. That's a long time to try to keep
Yeah.
finding interesting, spooky horror games, because horror games is one of the genres where it's the most tropey. It's like every copy paste. Like, we're in an insane asylum.
Oh my God, there's someone with a weapon trying to kill you.
How many of those can you actually get through? But so
Yeah, like
I don't know why we went into the gay tech support voice, but I like it a lot.
Here we are again. Here we are.
For some people, Jeff, that's the scariest thing. There's
Yeah.
not. Some people don't understand the world, Jeff. That could be the scariest thing.
Jesus Christ, is that a big axe that he has? Or are you just happy to see me?
and a lot of these games, like they're like YouTube video length. They're like 20, 30 minutes long. And I'm like, oh, we got 5 more hours to go. All right, let's play another one. And another one. And it just gets tiring.
Yeah, I mean, eventually the real horror is that you're being forced to keep playing them. Right?
Yeah.
It's not, the game's not scary, but guess what? You have to keep playing.
Yep. We should also address right here at the start. Jeff is not he's not at home at the moment. So if his microphone tends to explode, it's because he's so excited, and also it's a webcam.
Also, let's put the Jeff voice out there. Just chill your tits, for fuck's sakes.
There you go. That's it.
I'm at a job, and I'm going to sit in a hotel room and do 8 hours of this because I fucking love it. If it peaks, and some of the chat's like, Jesus Christ.
We might actually
Chill your tits.
I wonder. Try turning it down just a little bit, because it is.
yeah.
There's things in a word that you'll say, and it'll actually just destroy the
Keep
stratosphere.
turning it
This is
down.
great.
More.
Yeah.
More. You know what? Just leave.
This is great, guys.
Just go away completely. It's fine.
Yeah.
Super excited about this. It's a webcam mic.
It's true.
All right,
That's
I'll
true.
turn it down a little bit, but we're not going to do this for 8 hours. I'll tell you that right fucking now.
It's a little bit better now.
These fucking top-notch streamers with their green screens. All right, I'm out here in the wild. All right.
Actually, the less you talk directly at it, kind of the better.
That's actually
Yeah,
That's right,
Jeff,
Gassy.
the less you talk, Jeff, the better. Just talk less.
That's fucking wonderful.
There we go. Get that sound bounce
Perfect.
off.
You can actually turn your head the entire time. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
if you could just
You
go
know
in the
what?
other room.
Yeah. I'll just be over here.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Top notch RP.
So Jeff is down in Southern California. He's doing some Blizzard casting, but they flew him out a day. You're not doing anything today, right? You have no obligations. So he's sitting in his hotel room for 8 hours, playing some role-playing games with us.
It looks like a nice hotel.
It is nice, Marriott. I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's nice, but as a streamer, you guys know what's happening too. My stream is dying as we speak right now. There's thousands of
down.
It's true.
I love this. Like, anytime you're gone for 2 days, there's somebody out there who's like, wow, I'm so excited. His stream's not on. Fuck it. I mean, fuck it. Really.
Yep.
Unsub out of here. Peace.
It'll happen.
Then you come back and they're like, all right, he's back. It's fine.
It'll happen. Dan, did you get a chance to check out World of Final Fantasy?
Not yet. Just got a code this morning from the lady.
You should probably check out World of Final Fantasy. I think I played about 8 hours of it or 6 hours of it last night. It's a thing.
I've heard the gameplay's good, but the story's kind of meh.
Yeah.
In a Final Fantasy game? That's crazy.
Yeah. How unexpected.
If you it's a weird thing, man. There is a character that's introduced right out of the bat. And every 6 or 7 words, she adds the in front of it.
Oh God.
And when you're first introduced to her and you don't have subtitles on, you think that they're going for a Jar Jar Binks approach. Like right out of the gate.
Daring.
And it gets a little easier as it goes on because you tend to just not listen to what that character's saying. But apart from that, the game's great.
Well, JP, in their defense, no one has revisited the Jar Jar Binks approach, and
It's true.
That
Got
is
vintage now.
It's true. It's true. People may have forgotten it. So when you get to whatever that character's name is, have fun.
I used to wonder if maybe it's a time to bring back Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, the game's mechanic is that you stack things on everyone's head. So, you can have you could have a Moogle with a cat on the Moogle's head, and that's how you fight, and that's your stack, and that's how you fight things. Or you can turn yourself into a chibi person, and then you could be riding a fucking behemoth with you on top of it, and then a cat on your head.
So this isn't a good game you were talking about.
It's actually not a bad game. It reviewed quite well too.
You're describing a bad game right now.
I'm describing a game that Jeff would never ever play. Is what I'm describing. Yeah.
okay.
But for Final Fantasy fans, there's a lot in there. There's a lot of cool throwbacks, which is kind of like all Final Fantasy is now. It's like, remember the good days of Final Fantasy? Remember when we actually could make good games? Yeah, that's what this game is.
Yeah, I've been reading through some of the reviews, and there's apparently almost every Final Fantasy game is a reference inside of it, or there's cities from other games, and it's just all blended together.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah,
I'm going to try it.
I ran into Luna last night from Final Fantasy X. Tidus wasn't around, thank God. I guess he's still dead in this world. Yeah, I guess.
After another.
Yeah.
After another.
Guess he's still dead in this world, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Dan, you've seen that YouTube video where they take an episode of The Big Bang Theory and replace the laugh track with Titus's laugh. You seen that?
No, that sounds awesome though.
It's so good. So someone will make a shitty joke about, they'll be like, Green Arrow, you seen that shit? Ha ha. And then instead of the laugh track, it's just the ha ha ha. And it actually improves the episode. It's what we're all thinking and feeling when we watch that garbage.
Fantastic.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Adam, what have you been up to? You've been playing a lot of Civ, man.
I cannot stop playing Civ. I played it for 10 hours yesterday.
That game is crack.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't get that into Civ 5 really. I played a bunch of 4 way back in the day, and I played the sci-fi one that came out for 5 minutes before I was like, "Oh, get out of here." But 6.
Why Civ 5? Civ 5 feels a lot like Civ 6 to me.
6 feels like what they tried to do with 5, but made better. I didn't play much of the DLC for 5, which is probably why I didn't play a ton of it.
Oh, okay.
But this is just all of that shit all at once, and I'm super digging it. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to raise the difficulty level. I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I understand this game well enough that medium is not sufficient. So.
Yeah, I love the new district mechanic. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I've been digging it. I've got all the victories on medium difficulty, or on Prince difficulty so far. So I think I'm gonna go back and try a little harder next time.
There's some funny bugs that have been happening with it too, which is fine. It doesn't mean it's not a good game, but I got invaded by a kick-ass, I can't remember which empire it was, but they were really big and strong. They came in, didn't attack a single time, floated around my city getting hit by arrows, and then just left.
The AI does seem pretty dumb. Yeah.
And this was at King difficulty
Were
too.
you were on King, okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that the difficulty is really like the barbarians are just like super duper hard.
The game's harder at the beginning than it is like the middle and the end. Like if you can get past that early phase, then you can kind of coast to the end. I find that the diplomacy stuff is super lacking because like you can't make friends with like the AI are all assholes, like all the way through. They never like you. You're like, hey, let's make just the like neutralist deal, and they're like, get fucked. And you're like, all right, cool. Well, I guess it's gonna be another domination win for me.
Yep.
You kind of have to, you have to use the stick. They don't even notice the carrot.
Congo is so pissed at me because I wasn't eradicating all the barbarians. There's like, how can you let one live next to you? And I kept being like, and I'd like look around all my city states for any kind of barbarians at all. There was none. And then his graphic would show up. He's like, you're pathetic. I hate you. I'm going to war. And we're like, what is happening? Like, why?
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be maybe more fun to do. I still really want to play like a multiplayer game where everybody is a person and there aren't any AI, because at least with people you can like they act like they act like humans. You can do some diplomacy and like work that out. But yeah, I think the AI is the only thing that I'm not digging.
I'm down after BlizzCon.
Yeah, we should.
Like Gandhi in the previous games, like always really
Aggro,
yeah. Yesterday when I finally like I developed the nuke and I used it on one of my neighbors, and immediately Gandhi messaged me and he's like, good work, buddy. nice stuff. He was like, I think the exact quote was like, what use is such miraculous technology if you do not use it? And I was like, nice, nuke happy Gandhi. And I think that's an intentional choice, right? Because it was sort of a bug before that Gandhi had like hyper aggression rates. And now they're just like, whatever. Gandhi's a bad person who likes to throw nuclear weapons at people. It's cool. Yeah, he was into it though.
I want to get into that game, but I'm a little worried about. I haven't got into Civ games in quite a while, and I'm like, is the barrier to entry still pretty? Is it hard or is
No, it's. I would say the game is complex, but it's not like Crusader Kings 2 or something where you sit down and you're like, what is all this? Like it's very gentle about guiding you into it. And
Paradox does great with strategy games, but they're very tough.
Yeah.
I remember like way back when at the Paradox Con thing that they did, they tried to like introduce me to these games, and it's very hard to try to give somebody like a quick little press demo.
Yeah, 10-hour press demo.
Complicated military sim, like.
Yeah. I mean, you get that in chat, right? Like if you play Civ, there's the fans of Crusader Kings that come in, or Europa Universalis. They're like, "Why are you playing this? Game's for babies. You should play a real game." I'm like, what? Like, come on, just you uninstall it. Go play this other game. Do it right now,
dude.
It's fine.
I played my first Civ game at Civ 5, and I had it was extremely helpful. That's 95% of people, but you're exactly right. There was the 5% that came and are like, is this Prince difficulty? I wouldn't let my 5-year-old niece play this at that difficulty. This is literally the easiest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, all right, chill out. He's like, when I'm not playing games, I hate myself. I hate not being struggling. It's like, okay, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
You should hate yourself too.
Did you have your dignity removed when you installed this game?
You don't even use spreadsheets. How do you enjoy this?
Go play Civ. Come on.
Yeah, Gassy. Like, I only played a little bit of 5, and Civ's pretty much my first one I've gotten into, and it's been pretty easy to learn. Like they start you out with just one settler and one troop, and it's very easy to learn what to do with everything. So you can jump right in. It's
and the settler and the troop breed. And then
first
beginning turns a little to do. You learn what to do as you play.
You're all smarter than me then, I guess, because I definitely figured out how to do it, but the chat helped me a lot because I never played any Civ game at all ever.
Yeah.
And you can start, but there's definitely like that StarCraft feeling of you could play StarCraft, but there's 2 different ways of playing StarCraft. Like, could you get a drone to mine? Sure. Are you going to be pissed when that guy shows up with Ultras and you're still fucking mining minerals with your drones that you figured out? Then yeah, you're not going to enjoy it. That was my Civ experience where I was like, this is so relaxing. I kept clicking on Kuala Lumpur or whatever because their music was so fucking gentle and nice. I'm just like, this is great. And then the country, like, they lined up all their military on your borders, and I'm like, guys, I got a bad feeling about this. And sure enough, next graphic is them being like, I do like you very much. You should die. And they just fucking plow into me.
I really like how your Kuala Lumpur accent is an old woman from Monty Python.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I feel like if we're going to talk about Civ, we would be remiss in not mentioning Baba Yetu, one of the greatest songs ever
I
recorded.
love that song.
It's a pretty good song.
I
It's
still
a-
every now and then, like if I need to pick me up in the morning, I've literally listened to that song before one of our shows. I was just
Nice.
like really fucking, groggy. I was waiting. The reason why is I was in Starbucks' like drive through. I'm like in my head, like 5 cars deep. Got like 10 minutes till the show. Hurry the fuck up. I'm like, calm down, Max. Calm down. I just put on Baba Yetu. I was like, be happy.
Yep.
Their aesthetic, their music, it's such an enjoyable experience. It's just a very fun game to look at and play.
Yeah.
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 It really is.
They definitely stepped it up with 6 too. So go check it out if you have. They don't have a demo out for 6, do they? Have they?
think
Have
so.
they done
Don't
that
think
yet?
so.
Yeah. I don't. I guess not. Max, anything new in your world besides a healthy pup?
I've been playing Skyrim Special Edition on Xbox One. That's been fun.
Still Skyrim?
It is still Skyrim, but the thing that I've been, having not even really to deal with, but just it's funny when you play any sort of like remaster or special edition and the graphic tweak or updates don't like jizz on everyone's eyeballs. Everyone's not happy.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds good to me too.
Because people, it sounds good.
Yeah.
No, but since I'm playing it on the Xbox One, and it looks great for Xbox One. Like, the graphics definitely are tightened up. They changed Skybox. They added mod support. I haven't touched the mods yet because I figured early on I was just going to use vanillas just to kind of get some progress in before breaking it like right off the gate potentially. So I've been playing that. It comes with all the DLC, Dawnguard, Dragonborn, and Hearth
Jesus.
Fire or something
And
like
it's still is it $59.99? Is it full
I
retail?
believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And that comes out this Friday, I think. But yeah, so I got it a week early to check it out. And of course, I'm going to be like, yeah, of course I'm going to check it out. But it's on Xbox One. And I feel like a lot of people have been coming into the stream. They're like, this doesn't look like Skyrim modded on ultra graphics on PC. I'm like, yeah, because it's on fucking Xbox One.
That's the
Yeah.
only way I play it, Gassy.
I'm excited for that stream.
those,
Can I get a list of the mods he's using?
those mods though, have kind of ruined people and set the bar, not ruined, but you know what I mean? Like set the bar so fucking high. Yes, I'm not playing with the 4K graphics. Like I'm playing regular.
Well,
Skyrim.
Dan spoiled that for everyone when he did his Skyrim modding streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Thanks,
you do that,
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah, I usually spend 3 solid days modding it and then playing it for a few weeks. It looks nothing like the cons version. It looks so much better.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
It looks so much. I like how it looks so much better.
You can play your baby version,
face
Gassy,
too,
but
and
it's
sounds like
okay.
really cool.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been fun. They tightened up everything. Load screens are improved. I think they've patched a bunch of like weird bugs that were in there. Yeah, it's been super fun. We're playing a Khajiit character, and we named him Mr. Kit T because he kind of looks like that. He's got like a mohawk and some like earring shit going on. But yeah, playing
I
super
guess the kind of natural question then, like, is there multiplayer? Because I'm trying to think of a way that Adam could get in there and kill that character. I don't.
sounds like
do
you really
that.
like him. So
Yeah. Smart of you not to name him Velimir. Good work.
You're like on hour 100, like, yeah, I finally got his pants the way I want it. And, like, he's got this axe that's so cool. It's named Coraline or something. And then Adam's just like, lightning bolt, dead. Just
The character just dies in front of you.
live trolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll happen. It'll happen. You just gotta watch out.
Eventually, if it's not already in development, and if it's not in development, don't take this idea patent pending. We're just gonna have a game like that where there's gonna be a live GM.
There
Okay,
was
let's talk about how bad Sword Coast is because
Yeah.
that game was made. Wizards of the Coast made that game with
Yeah.
some company I can't remember now, and I played it, and a bunch of people played it. It's bad. It's so bad. It's near impossible to make that work in a video game. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it's
Maybe
they've
just a human element or
Neverwinter
something.
Nights tried it. Sword Coast tried it. It hasn't been done properly.
There was
they've tried.
what Cluck Truckers? Is that the name of that game? The game where you
Oh,
jump
wow.
from truck to truck. That indie game. Do you
Oh,
guys-
Cluster Truck.
Cluster Truck. Yeah,
Oh,
Cluster
Cluster
Truck.
Cluster
Cluck
Clucker.
Truckers. I don't know where the
it's a
fuck that
chicken
came
game.
from.
Block truckers.
I combined chicken and trucks. I don't know why. Anyways,
An
Cluster
Autobot.
Truck. Cluster Truck apparently has the ability for devs to connect into any game as long as it's connected to the internet, as long as the PC is connected to the internet. So if streamers are playing and they have the Twitch stuff enabled where the chat can vote for what happens, they will just pop into the game and just have something really fucked up happen to the streamer and then leave, and you have no idea that it just occurred until they come into your chat and be like, yeah, we just fucked you up.
JP, as I understand it, when you say connect to the internet,
as long as they can't do it. Jeff, they can't do it when it's not connected to the internet. It has to be on the internet, Jeff.
At any time. Get this from any place.
Any place, Jeff, as long as it's connected to the internet.
You just gotta hook it.
I don't know why I had to make that. Look, someone out there's like, well, shit, it has to be on the internet. So I made my point, Jeff.
Well, to be fair, if they're connecting to your game and you're playing offline, that's some magical shit. You're like, what are you doing in my box?
A guy just opens up the side of your computer and walks out.
Yeah.
Woo, got trapped in there, man. It was crazy.
Johnny Mnemonics his way right in your computer.
Some old kind of Colonel Sanders looking guy comes with an Ethernet cable. You know you could be playing this on the internet with anyone.
Oh man.
References.
Yep.
Well,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Jeff, anything new in your world? Have you been on the internet before, Jeff?
Oh God, I have to like focus away from that. To even this week I'll be casting the round of 16 for BlizzCon, and then next weekend is BlizzCon. And we were joking about it earlier. It does suck to be on the road that long, but it's also the biggest event for the game that I love and travels me around the world. So I'm really happy about that. Other than that, November is going to be pretty chill, which I'm really looking forward to. I think every fucking month before this, it's like it's awesome. It sounds like the biggest first world problem. They're like, I have to travel so much. Oh my God. But it is nice to be home and relax more. Yeah, that's about it. I've been streaming a bunch. I dove back into XCOM again. It's like my drug. I finally played the Long War mod, which we were just joking about Skyrim, but that game is the same problem every time. I'm like, man, this is really hard. And someone would be like, fucking idiot. It's not even Long War. Like, how do you struggle at this point in time? What are you, like a child by mind or something like that? And I'm like, oh my, just chill, dude.
Yeah, the Long War people are rough.
They are. The strategy game community has high bars to reach, and it's cool. But it was fun. I definitely recommend it to people that if you enjoyed XCOM at all. The Long War mods are done by the Long War studio for XCOM 2, but they're free. They're just in the Steam workshop, and they really actually improve the experience and expand it. So if there's anyone out there that wants to hate themselves, jump in there. Other than that, I get to talk more about it in the coming weeks, but I'm taking a trip to Relic at the end of November to help launch the Eldar race for Dawn of War 3. And let me just put this out there. I fucking love Canadians. They are the most friendly people you'll ever encounter in your entire life. Like, just the phrasing of everything they say. They're like, gosh, is this flight okay? Like, just let us know if it's not. Please let us know. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Like, great. It's so good. It's just weird. They're just so nice. So it'll be awesome.
Are you skipping out on the annual cruise then with Scoots and Wheat? You said in November. Okay.
Yeah, Ann and I decided not to do it this year. Okay. Cruises are really fun.
I still have never been on one. Still haven't been on one.
Cruises are fun. Yeah.
They're fun. I don't know. It's a funny thing because it's like it's definitely fun. It's a good time, but a week on a boat is a very long time. So if you maximize it, if you're like doing a cool cruise that has 4 stops and at each of the 4 stops you're doing something fun. And you're with a group of friends, and that's a scenario where I think someone could really enjoy a cruise from start to finish. But for me, I don't want to go zip lining 7,000 feet over a jungle, and I don't want to stand waist deep in water while stingrays swim about me because they fucking killed Steve Irwin, and I don't want them to kill me.
It's true. I remember. I think Anna told me that story where you were literally just freaking the fuck out.
No, I didn't even go.
Oh, you didn't even go. That's right. Okay, I remember now. Yeah.
Literally, guys, the story is this. They're like, Jeff, we're doing this thing. You want to go? And I'm like, obviously not. So I stayed back and read and ate food. They took jet skis out into the middle of the ocean where there's a sandbar. The sandbar, if you stand on it, the water's at your waist. But if you look around you, it's ocean. You are standing in the middle of the goddamn ocean. And at the sandbar, stingrays just go there because people show up on these cruises and feed them and hang out. So there's fucking alien, monsters swimming about you, and you can like touch them if you want. But on this day, they were like, there was just high enough weather alert that they allowed them to do this, but not quite high enough that they should. So they're out there, and the waves are throwing stingrays into them, and the people that are like fucking managing the situation are like, get onto your fucking jet skis, we're getting out of here. Like, and they rode the storm back home and were like, that was the worst experience of our lives. And I told them, I was like, I could have told you.
Did you tell them about the book afterwards? Is that what
No.
I read a book, and this is what happened in my book.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like
situation.
you're describing the beginning of Sharknado, like, to be honest, with stingrays. So, yeah, horrifying.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm glad you're not going on the another cruise then, and instead going to Canada, the land of the nice people.
They are nice.
It'll be good times. Adam, I believe we have a fight to finish.
Yeah. So
Or dying, either or.
Let's see what happens. So I think the episode we fade in on not the immediacy of combat, not like the tiger and zombie situation, but we see the valley, right? We get this nice placid shot of the valley in sort of midday, big clouds of mist hanging over it, the tops of the trees poking up through. And we can hear the sort of sounds of insects and birds as we get closer into the trees. And we get a sort of a panning shot with the trees in the foreground and the background moving some of the brush. And we come to rest on a big, broad, like green leaf. There's some like drops of dew that slip off the edge of the leaf. And we hear a faint sort of buzzing sound and some clicking as this kind of hand-sized like blue like beetle crawls up onto the leaf, and it looks like it's made of some combination of like silver metal and blue glass, and it flickers its wings a couple of times, kind of rubs its little forepaws together, and then flies off into the jungle. And we continue to pan across, and then we see the valley, and that's when the audio for the battle starts to raise in. So we can hear the growling of a tiger and the sort of groaning de-harmony of these creatures that are surrounding Gideon. And
do they hear Max die or no? Does Max make a noise when he dies?
I was about to say, yeah. If Max's character dies in the forest and there's no one around,
describe your death, then, Max.
Yeah. So we've got these creatures. They're human. They appear to be dressed as like farmers or whatever. But they've been infected by a similar colored some kind of infestation. Their veins, you can see them glowing through their skin. Their eyes are sort of glassed over with this blue color. And they're currently surrounding a slightly injured tiger who's slashing out at them. Now you bought yourself some time here when we saw our resident cleric bust out his new sun ability and damage all of them at once, which was great. But they're still coming. So I believe it's my turn.
It is your turn. I believe we left off with you being able to make 5 attacks.
So
I need to pull up my. I think my AC is 14.
It's 12 in tiger form.
I believe it's 14 though, Adam.
Let's go with 14, Adam.
Let's go with 14.
People believe all kinds of weird shit, and those things are not true. Much as the way your AC is not 14. It's 12.
Oh, okay.
All right. I mean, yeah. 14.
So let's see. I think Remus. Some of them are gonna come towards you. I think 2 of them will peel off and come over to the source of this hellish sunlight. So with these kind of jerky, like stop motion, they kind of move surreally through the brush towards you, but they're fairly quick and they're not shambling. They just move strangely like clockwork, and they rush towards you, arms outstretched to try to grab you. So let's do a couple of slam attacks. Your armor class is 18.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one definitely a miss with a 7, and the second one also a miss with a 12.
This is on Ramus, right? So he has 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you managed to get your shield up as they come rushing towards you, and we hear the hammering sounds of their fists against the shield. Now, as they go, if you want to, Gideon, you can make an attack of opportunity on one of them.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. I thought about that. I was like, wait, is my name Giddy? I'm just gonna say yeah, anyways, because it's been 2 weeks.
It's Giddy
Yes.
Rar, and this.
So you can you can lash out and attack
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
ahead and do that.
So is that with a bite or a claw?
Whichever you like.
Which one is higher? They're both
Yeah,
plus
choose the
5.
better one, definitely.
Let's go with a bite.
Okay.
17,
Yep, you hit.
10 damage.
Okay. All right.
Not bad.
So
What does it taste like, Adam, when I bite these creatures?
So yeah, you lash out at one as it turns away, and you sink your tiger jaws into the back of its leg. Your mouth fills with blood. But the blood, I mean, there's like, I don't know, has Gideon tasted human blood before? I mean, your own, I assume, if you like ever bit the inside of your mouth, but there's a lot of it all at once.
I don't think I've tasted my own blood, no.
Yeah, so your mouth fills with this like hot coppery blood, but there's a strange kind of like rotten like sweetness under it, like it's turned somehow.
I think the animal instincts kind of take over, and for some reason I really hate it at first, and then I enjoy it afterwards because I'm a fucking tiger.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So let's
Attack the other one too, right?
let's see. Well, you get one reaction, so you can only attack one.
Oh,
okay.
only
But-
one. So if like 3 guys leave you in range of it, you only get
You
one
get
attack.
one attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to make because you've reduced it to 0 hit points. I got to make a roll to see if you kill it. Let's see. You do not. It does not die.
Already, Adam. Already with 17, 23.
17.
Yeah.
So it pulls its leg free, and the big chunk of it tears away, and then you stagger forward, or it staggers forward with this chunk of it hanging in your mouth, and then the other 3 bring their fists down on you, and let's see how that goes.
Well, that's a hit.
Mhm.
So remember, I'm holding action, I think, too, on this.
That's a critical miss. Yeah, you were holding action at the very beginning. I remember that. I remember that because I remember the chat losing its goddamn mind, Jeff.
Okay, so
Oh
you
my
take
God,
you take
hold on.
5 damage. Only one of them manages to hit you.
This is great.
You're able to evade
right.
evade the other 2.
All right, so I'm at 17.
Yeah. Now, what was the trigger for your whole held action? Do you remember? Because it doesn't work like you don't hold it and then use it. There's a specific
Attack
trigger.
action. And narratively, I think it would just be seeing if they can even be hurt and seeing blood drawn from the leg and the tiger attacking. And I think that's enough evidence for me to want to attack.
Okay. So yeah, I think if that's what you're waiting for, I can't remember what the trigger was, so that's fine. Go ahead and make your reaction shot, and then you can take your normal turn. But you've used your reaction for this. Oh, you know what it was? No, your held action was you were waiting for someone to tell you what to do. You're waiting for Ramus, but then Ramus attacked, so it's fine. Go ahead and make a shot. Now you do have one adjacent to you, so you are at disadvantage.
It's close enough to be. Okay.
Yeah, it's in a square next to you. You can fire it.
I guess I'll fire at that one then, right?
This one right in
which
front of you?
Yeah.
That one, sure. Okay, and you're hidden from them, so your advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out.
It's just whatever this roll is.
Yeah, or whatever your regular was. Okay, so you hit with a 10. You fire the arrow into its chest as it approaches. Roll damage for me.
Oh, they only have 10 AC?
Yeah, they're not difficult to hit.
Oh,
10.
14.
Okay.
Because he's next to him, right?
Yeah, sneak attack because you've got Ramus standing next to him. So 14. So I've got to make a DC 19 save. So it's gonna be real tricky. Did you have a bonus? I don't think so. Nope. All right, I got a 9. So yeah, this one as it approaches, I think it staggers towards Ramus and then hits his shield, bounces back, and that's when you have the opportunity to fire an arrow.
Just out of the darkness, basically, just fire off like almost a test shot. But would you know it? These things that are reanimated next just don't hold like others do, and just head right off.
Yeah. Well, you fire from below, right? So it goes up under his chin and just blows his head off.
You're right.
But yeah, so you fire an arrow through its skull, blood splatters on the leaves around you, and it falls to the ground. Cool. So that was your reaction. Now you can take your normal turn. You've lost your ability to react though for this turn. So
Okay.
you can take a bonus action and a move and an action as normal.
Sorry guys, on this laptop here. Let me see how close I am to the others.
It's okay.
Aren't I
I
pretty
can,
far
I can
away?
measure. You're 10 from the one right in front of you. 25,
Well, I
30,
killed.
30.
Oh, there's 2 right there. I see.
There's
Yeah.
3. Yeah, there's 3 attacking.
3 around me, yeah. Plus the dead pig. I don't know why I said pig like that, but I'm
Pig?
just gonna go with it.
I think I'm gonna
As long as
fire
you put
my.
the thing in your mouth and you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire my strong shot because it looks like the tiger's doing okay. Like he's been hit once, but I'm not seeing any signs of him being in distress too much.
Okay, sure. So,
So-
you want to do a power shot on the one across? Is that what
The
you're doing?
one in front of Ramus here, yeah.
Yeah, you're okay. Cool. So you're at -5 to hit it.
-5 to hit it, not with advantage because I'm not hidden anymore, right?
Correct.
Or you know what I could do? Can I do that stupid thing where I use my movement to hide?
Yes. So you can
Can I do
use your cunning action to hide first. So make a stealth roll.
Okay, so I'll do that. Even if I fail this, I can still attack. I just am not hidden.
Yeah, you
right?
just want to have advantage.
Boop. 15.
All right, let's see if you can see
Pretty
you.
stealthy.
No, a 0. Yeah, the creature doesn't notice you at all.
What? You rolled this? What?
They have a minus.
Oh,
they have a
you have
-2.
-2.
Yeah, I rolled a 0.
Adam,
Yeah, you hit it.
So with advantage, it's a 19. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with advantage it's a 19. Yeah, so you wouldn't have hit it otherwise, but you do.
That's why we do that thing, kids.
So you're gonna do 10 extra damage on top of your sneak attack.
It takes
You
22.
Okay, so difficulty 27 or something for this roll. Yeah, no chance. All right, yes. So you kill this one too.
hell
Right
yeah.
over Ramus's shoulder, he's like battling with it and just right in the chin, but it takes the chin down into the neck, pops the head up, as you would imagine.
As you'd
All
imagine.
right. Yeah, and I mean, this happens over the course of just like a handful of seconds, right? Like you fire one arrow, turn quickly, fire the second arrow, and then Ramus, 2 of them kind of like collapse onto you and then fall onto the ground.
Janice, I owe you a drink.
Do you want to move, Janice?
I guess as long as I have line of sight to the 2 over there, no.
Yeah, you can see him from where you are. Okay, Gideon, you were in tiger form. What would you like to do?
Can't get out of the way to pounce. I will just attack the same one that I just attacked, which is I think the one right south of me, right here.
That one? Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's the one I just bit. Or no, the one I bit was the one that ran away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, so I'll just attack the one right south of me, anyways.
It's funny
with-
because he's in animal form, and I don't see his token. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? We're fighting the animal too. Oh,
That's right. That's right.
JP's the piglet, dude. He chose
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
pig.
he's in pig form.
I'm actually the pig, the vicious pig. Yeah.
Form
Look,
of
I saw
wild-
that Hannibal movie, man. Those pigs are fucking just destroying people. That hits, right?
They're
Big.
You know what? If I encountered a warthog in some sort of jungle, I'd be pissing myself.
Yeah, you'd fucking run. That's right. Fuck warthogs. Did
Little
I hit with that
pig in the
11?
jump.
You gotta have internet though
Pumbaa.
somehow into the pig so you can connect to it.
I just feel like you'd rather be a tiger, though. Can you imagine someone choosing between the two? They're like, warthogs are savage. It's like, but you could have been a tiger. It's like,
Could've
but
been a
warthogs are savage.
All right, so you hit that one. You deal 12 damage, and that was a bite?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of like leap at it and dig your claws in so you can get up, and you sink your teeth into its neck, bite down. There's another gush of blood down its chest and into your mouth. Your whole like muzzle and stuff is covered in blood now, but it doesn't die. It's still standing. It would have felled a mortal man, but there's something wrong with these people. Berg, it is your turn.
Let's see. I guess we're just gonna get up in there. Really get up in it, you know. This is probably a mistake, but what else are we gonna do? I'm assuming my compatriots. Berg is like, well, fight's on. Like, so he's gonna go and shuffle his ass this way. He can't. I mean, he can move through people, right? Can I do this?
Yeah, you can
motion?
go through Ramus, no problem.
All right, cool.
The bushes themselves are like difficult terrain. You can wade through them, but they take.
Max, just don't step on his neck, by the way.
You gotta watch
Tigers
out.
have those
Down.
necks.
Very brittle necks.
Okay.
Yeah, riddle next. All right, let's go ahead and slash at this guy with a long sword.
Rage first.
Oh yeah. No, I'm actually meant to do that.
As you
I
walk
really
by,
did.
Ramus
I
just
really
whispers in your ear, "Rage first."
That's actually the tiger somehow.
Let's fly into
Yeah.
Jack gets pissed off.
That's mad.
It's one of those lost in translation moments. We never find out what Ramus said to piss you off, but now you're mad. All right, so you fly into a rage as you run past.
Do you remember from the last one? Did I already use a rage from something before? Because my sheet right now is showing that I have one rage left.
Oh, then you're probably already enraged.
You might have been. Yeah, you raged to throw your hand axe, didn't you? Last
think
episode,
you're right, yeah,
and
I'm already
I think you
raged.
missed.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, you're already raging, so you don't have to spend that second.
All right, Zach, at this motherfucker right yonder.
Okay.
Looking to decapitate here.
Is there any other attack? To be honest.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
Damn.
22. That's definitely a hit. Roll your damage there.
And whoop. It's not the best roll we could have had, really. But
Hell yeah!
The tiger just
Yeah, you
stands
get
up
your-
and starts clapping it.
Yeah, you get your slight extra rage damage. But yes, 6. That's something. That's an amount of damage you could have dealt. Okay, let's see if you kill the thing. So you come up to it. It makes no effort to defend itself. It barely notices that you're there. You bury your sword in it, and it
No.
definitely doesn't die. No.
Fucking Jesus shows up next to him. Hi, I'm Jesus. I saved the earth.
So yeah, you just slam the sword down into him. You can feel like bone separating, flesh tearing, and it just continues to try to like kill this tiger that's like attacking it.
I like how the dice gave me hope, and then it's like, yeah,
No,
fuck you.
they take it away. The dice giveth, the dice fuck you. I think that's the saying.
Yeah.
Ramus, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Ramus is like, God damn, I hate that stinky undead. They target the same one that Berg just did with
Okay,
Sacred Flame.
sure. All right, DC 13 dex save. No.
Yes.
Things
Hell
are
yeah.
slow as heck. So it takes 5 damage, and because it is radiant, you kill the thing.
Oh, there's not even a roll; it just dies.
Yeah. So unless you're there's certain types of damage or certain methods that you can kill them without having to force that roll. Radiant
Nice.
damage is one of them.
And Berg helped.
And Berg did help. Good work, buddy.
Bird
So
pulls the sword out of it.
yeah, what does that look like, Ramus? When you cast your Sacred Flame onto this thing?
A nice sun ray that's coming shooting through the trees. The ray comes from the sunlight right down and smacks into the creature, and then from the inside out, it just sort of burns away.
Cool.
Fire.
I dig it. Cool. All right. So so the creature dissolves into ash, and then the other two will make their attacks. So I'm going to attack the tiger. So here's the first swing, 13,
Hits.
so that's a hit, and the second swing is a 5, so it misses. So the first one deals you 2 damage.
I
So it
like
just kinda
these like shitty fucking hits. You keep rolling.
I know,
this out.
yeah. It lunges to grab you, and I think it just barely like glances a blow off of your hide. Janice, it's your turn.
All right. As per usual, Janice will attempt to tuck into that tree and hide here.
Okay,
A 9.
that's okay. I got a 4. They don't.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't see,
Oh, hold on. I rolled the wrong stat. That was intelligence.
nope, they don't see nothing.
They're
Told
still.
ya.
Nope, that's worse. They get a 1. They don't see.
Jesus. You rolled a
Not very
1. You
wise.
fucking had a 9. That's that
Sometimes you
plus
just
8.
feel
man.
these.
I know.
Yeah.
But
So
I
it's
put a
not,
lot of
it's not the
stealth.
best hiding job you've ever done. Everyone else can see you probably.
He just grabs a branch and puts it on top of him.
What are you doing?
I'm hiding.
Ramus, it'll work. Don't worry. They're idiots. And then I'm going to take a power shot again, this time with advantage, but at -5.
Okay. Which one? The top one or the bottom one?
Bottom one.
Okay, yeah, they're both hurt. So,
Thwunk. It's a hit.
yeah,
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Only 19 damage.
you don't get your sneak attack damage. Oh, actually, I guess you do because the tiger is
Yeah,
adjacent to.
fucking
nice.
tiger.
So
And
19.
And I'm hidden. Right?
Okay. Yeah. If you have advantage, right, and you're hidden, so it wouldn't matter.
Tiger
Okay.
uppercut, man.
Let's
happening.
see.
Tiger.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you ice the thing. Massive damage. Cool. Yeah, so you're just like every shot you take just kills one of them. Arrows going through heads.
Shot you.
Creatures dropping to the ground.
Every neck you break.
All right, Gideon.
Yep. I will turn and bite at this thing once more for a 20. I assume that's a
yep.
hit.
Oh yeah, no
Oh, yeah.
problem.
9 damage.
All right. Doesn't kill it, but you've softened it up. Berg.
Gassy, you're the Berg. That's you.
It's
What'd you say?
role-playing time.
It's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was
That
just thinking
one of
about
those ones
Stig.
like, yeah, you got me. I wasn't paying attention in the moment. All right. I guess I'm just going for this fucking guy. He's the last one, right? So Berg's just like stumbling around. Comes around these guys.
Okay.
Gonna try to hack at him with the long sword.
Okay.
Please, is it good? Nope.
Yep.
No, it's not. As
Yep.
you were.
No, 10 still hits.
10's a
Never
hit.
mind. We're great.
These things are easy for you to hit. Yeah, they're no problem.
And fwah! Hey, that's all right.
Damn.
Damn.
All right. So 13 damage. All right. So let's see. DC 18. And I get a 20. You don't kill it.
Good job. Way to go.
Yeah, another stout swing. Your rage behind it. Muscles rippling. You bury the sword in its chest. Blood splatters everywhere, but the thing just won't die.
We're not dead.
And
Then I will cast Sacred Flame at it again
yeah, let's see. It's not gonna be able to dodge probably. So
and be like, just fucking die.
I'm just doing this bump set spike. You do the spike, sorry.
yeah, so you just barely get it. I got a 12.
And it's
So I think the ray of light, the sacred flame, burns the ground next to him at first, and then moves slightly, like a leaf or some of the foliage above, like blocks it and changes the path of the light, and it hits the thing in the chest, and it ignites and turns to dust. And with that, the creatures are dispatched. The pig is still, maybe more so, terrified, trying to get out from under this log, yeah.
Is the pig still alive?
Yeah.
Does he? If I have keen smell, so I'm gonna smell. Do I smell rotten? Can I make a wisdom check?
You want to see if the pig is like, if there's something wrong with it?
Yeah.
I thought he
Like the
killed
way
that
it's-
pig.
Yeah.
Or I can't remember. I feel
I'm
like-
pretty sure I killed the pig because it was squealing.
That pig's
right.
dead.
That's right. Because it was making noise. You're right. No, you're right. You killed the pig.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Adam, while they're all doing that, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic as a ritual. It's gonna take me 11 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll start my casting of that and when I'm done, I'm gonna see if I can tell what kind of magic is.
Sure. Yeah. So the leaves above you part, and a ray of sunlight comes down and surrounds you, and you start to pray and begin the incantation of the spell. So while Ramus is praying, what's everybody else doing?
I would like. You said that blue beetle. Do we still see it? Is it here?
No. I think if you look around though, like you can make an investigation check if you want to like look around the scene and kind of see what's going on.
I guess I'll
Pick
do
up
that
some
right now.
some clues. Yeah, make a investigation check. An 11. Okay. I'm just gonna make a note of how many you killed here, so I can give you your XP later.
Berg is kind of surveying the bodies and grabbing his like hand axe that he threw earlier.
Okay. So yeah, surveying the area, Janice. These creatures, they were, you can tell they were obviously human at one point. They either have like something has happened to them, or they've like gotten sick. And you notice now that you're not like in the middle of like heated combat, they all have like a dark, like a bruise almost, like under their sternum, like right here. And from that dark blue like spot, that bruise, that's where this stuff seems to have spread. So there's like the veins from out there, and their skin is all like blotchy and pale. For some of them, it's gotten like all the way up their neck and onto their face. Some of them, it's just in their torso for now.
But it definitely originates from there.
It seems to originate from that space.
I'm kind of investigating that as I'm plucking the arrows out of the.
Sure. Yeah. So you get half
Remove heads.
your arrows back.
I think upon seeing that, I would look towards Ramus because he'd be the one to kind of tell that to. But he's obviously involved in a prayer, so I just make a mental note, and then I'd like to try and scramble up one of these trees, assuming that they are that kind of a tree.
Yeah, down in this little valley, it's mostly like low foliage. There are trees at the top edges of the little kind of gully that you're in.
then I'd go to one of those trees, and would it be acrobatics or athletics or?
Well, you don't have to roll to climb a tree without any pressure. Yeah, you're
Okay.
you're a dexterous person.
I'd like to shimmy up one and climb up it and see if I can see in the distance anything.
Okay. Roll perception. It's tough because it's like jungle in most directions, like jungle or bamboo forest. But you're very perceptive. So with the 23, I think you can see maybe like 3 or 4 hours travel from here deeper into the forest. You can see a thin kind of column of like light colored smoke rising up from the trees. It's broken up a little bit by the canopy, but you can figure a general direction, and then you figure it would take about 3 or 4 hours of walking from where you are to get there.
That smoke would be reminiscent to me of maybe a camp, you think, or?
No, it's a strange color. It's not like the dark smoke of like a wood fire. It's like a weird kind of light bluish. Your character doesn't have any context for this, but like looking at it as an audience, it's more like burnt plastic or like chemical fire rather than like a thick kind of dark wood smoke.
Okay, I think I would come down and I again would look at Ramus still in the middle of a prayer. Then I'd look at Berg, and Berg's like picking his nose or something like that. And I'd be like, Gideon, are you still a tiger?
Yeah, I think at that point I look back up at you as a tiger. I can understand human language, right? As
Yeah,
a
you just
tiger?
can't
I
talk.
just can't respond. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look up at you and then look back at Ramus, and then maybe I just turn to the pig and just like jump on it and start chowing down.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually,
I think I squint my eyes and go like, I guess I'll wait.
yeah. And then eventually, once I'm done, I transform back and like wipe my mouth. I'm breathing pretty heavily.
Yeah. Are you still have like blood all over your face?
Yeah, I still have blood all over my face and everything when I turn.
Awesome. Like in your hair. Yeah. You're a mess.
Yeah.
Cool.
I stand up and wipe my face off so there's at least some sort of clearing of the blood all around. Turn around and say, "What'd you see up in the tree?"
About 3 or 4 hours travel in that direction. I kind of signal in the direction of where it is. There's some kind of oily, strange smoke. It's not like anything I've ever seen. Not sure if it's a camp or some form of magic, but it's there. I also noticed on the bodies that they have some kind of. I'm not a scientist of any kind. It's some kind of marking, wound, maybe. There appears to be an infection emanating out of it. You might want to look at it.
It's definitely not natural. We'll have Ramus look at it when he finishes his hocus pocus over there.
He's suntanning.
He's
Something.
suntan. Okay, I knew something was wrong with him.
Divine magics, you idiots!
Ramus, hurry up!
Right in between sentences of the prayer.
You can't rush divine power.
All right, well we gotta move.
Berg, what are you doing while this is happening?
Berg was picking up his axes, looking at the area, kind of kicking the zombies a little bit. Just kind of seeing if there is any loot to be had, but really just kind of waiting to see what the others are doing, and kind of every now and then looking up. He's kind of mystified by Ramus, whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
And
the
also when
I mean
Gideon
the bodies,
transforms-
you go to like there's nowhere to hide loot. They don't have like clothes on, right? Like
Berg doesn't know this.
the bodies are all naked. So you confirm that. You look at them, they're not wearing anything.
Berg's kind of just doing like little like kicking motion with his legs just to see if anything jostles loose, seeing if they implode.
Sure. Yeah.
Berg
So
is in full Batman detective mode in his head, right?
Nice.
you kick one, and it kind of like rolls a little, and then you see something like, and this is not one of the ones that was decapitated, but you see like a weird like swelling in its throat, kind of like moving up towards its face.
I don't like that.
Yeah. What do you do?
Berg reacts by throwing a sword at it.
Yeah, you can just stab it.
I think
through
as
its
this
neck.
flurry of stuff happens, I rip out my decapitating rapier and I go towards them as well, thinking maybe they're getting back up or something.
Old decapitator. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the thing is crawling up from inside it towards its mouth. You can spear it before it does, or you can let it
Yeah,
out.
that's what Berg tries
Yeah,
to
so
do.
you
He's like,
stab
"Fuck
it.
that shit. Ah!
All right. Yeah. So you poke a hole through the skin of its neck. There's something underneath that like is hard, and then you push through it. Like whatever it is, you hear a cracking sound, and you spear through, and you feel your sword slip into the dirt underneath.
Berg, what is it?
I don't know. Is it dead?
Was it
Come
moving?
Did you see the body moving or what? What happened?
Come look.
I'm gonna-
Janice, go look. Go look, Janice.
I go, yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably the best for this. I kind of
Berg also, yeah.
step forward very carefully, and I've got my rapier pointed at it,
Mhm.
ready to poke it. But I do. I get up in the grill where his sword is impaled through its neck, I guess.
And you got gloves on, right? So
Yeah, I'm gonna separate the wound and like kind of open there.
yeah. So you reach in, and yeah, you feel like a hard object. It's about yay big or so, fist size, and you start to wedge under there, yank it out, and there's a kind of like a wet sound as you pull it through the wound. And yeah, you're holding it's broken and it's like dripping like blue fluid all over your gloves. Little like fist sized beetle. Little jeweled wings. It doesn't look natural, like it looks made, but you can't see seams or gears or anything on it. But it definitely looks like it's made of like glass and very fine, like silver or platinum maybe.
I think I pull it out, kind of look at it. It's covered in viscera and stuff, so I don't really recognize it first. But then when I see it's a beetle, I like disgustingly drop it in my glove, and I'm like, gee.
Maybe when it drops to the ground and I catch a glimpse of it, is that a beetle? And I just rush over there and maybe pull the grass apart where it lands and try to study it without touching it first. Can I make, I guess, a nature roll to understand?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Nature is the appropriate.
Yeah, this should go well. I don't have inspiration. Well, I'll roll a 12.
Okay. It appears just like what I was saying before, like it appears to be a beetle of some kind. I can tell you that it's not native to this part of the world. This is like an arid climate kind of bug. You might find something like it in the Court of Wands. But it's it doesn't look natural. It definitely seems to be made of either its shell is mimicking glass and silver really well, or it's actually made of those things. You'd have to take it to an alchemist or something to confirm.
Okay, I just say
it's also been speared with the end of a sword, so it's broken. Its wing casing's busted, and it's like guts basically are like dripping out onto the ground.
Yeah, I'll just say this is not from this part of the world. Someone brought this here. And I think at that point, maybe I turn and see Ramus just going like this and shouting. And I'm just like, Ramus, are you done?
Almost.
Sure. Yeah. And so Ramus, I think that's probably like, it hasn't really been 10 minutes, but that's fine. We can assume that it's been 10. There's no time pressure. So you finish your prayer. And how does the sun show you? How does it illuminate magic around you?
So
right?
as I'm channeling, like this aura is around me as I'm channeling the spell, and then as it finishes, the aura goes right into my casting focus, which is a sun emblem around my head, and I can hold it up, and you can see a faint like shimmer. It's not quite light, but 30 feet around me in all directions, this like shimmering sort of. You can tell there's something there, like a magic aura that's like detecting magic.
Okay, so yeah, you hold it up and you can see sunlight glowing off of magical things in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a faint aura of magic all around you, right? The bodies have a quickly dimming magical aura, but just the whole area, there's like motes of some kind of fading enchantment just hanging in the air. The ground itself is glowing with a different kind of magic. So there's like separate, like this whole area is. We haven't seen you use this spell before, but have you used this enchantment before in your?
I have, but it's been a long time. I haven't used it for
Sure.
quite some time.
So yeah, so I think that you're used to seeing one or two things, right? You're like looking at an object or looking for an object. You probably were taught to invoke this power, and then someone's like, "We'll find the magic item in the room," but yeah, everything here is like you have to like close your eyes. There's glare off of everything.
Just like an overwhelming amount of magic everywhere. Like,
yeah, and conflicting magic. Something coming from like the earth below you, something in the air, and then these creatures have a fading aura about them. And then you notice that in like under that bruised spot on each of the creatures, there's a like an azure kind of sapphire glow through their skin.
Wow, this place is packed with just magic everywhere. Holy shit, it's like a bar on a Saturday. So just that I'm like, there's what is that in their bodies? There's something glowing.
I hold it up, or maybe pick it up by like one of the peels of the shell and just hold up the beetle. You talking about this? Does this?
Yeah, and that thing was magical, but spearing it with the sword, the magic is draining out of it. I'm also you're entitled to the schools of magic that are present. So the creatures, the little like beetle, and then the creatures themselves, the people, radiate enchantment magic. The ground is radiating some form of abjuration. And the sort of material magic in the air, this sort of fading enchantment, is radiating conjuration. And I would say that the magic in the air is not an active enchantment, but more like fallout from a significant magic effect. So it's settling and dissipating, but the abjuration from below is powerful still.
Just out of curiosity, how close are we to the portal we found before? Like, is it very far away, or
you're probably like a few hours away from it. You weren't like you're not taking the exact path back that you took out, but it's within the sort of region.
All right. One of you who has a knife, could one of you need to cut out one of the things from this that's not broken? Thank you very much, Berg. We should take it back to the alchemist or someone that knows a bit more about this stuff. We need a better mind to figure out what exactly these beetles are.
You want to take one of the live beetles out of this thing? You know that's probably what caused these things to turn, right?
Yes, we need. Does anyone have something to hold it in, or we could
put it in your hands.
Thank you, Druid.
I just think Gideon, honestly, with his background and his love for nature, he's probably the best candidate for this job.
I don't want to touch any of them.
Look, I got a pot. We could put it in the iron pot and make Berg hold it. Berg, you up for holding the pot?
No.
He said yes. That actually means...
Berg said no.
Berg. God damn it. Janice, if you cut one open, find it. I'll figure out something.
All right. So I guess that's the shot, right? Before we go to break is, Janice, hands still, blue with these things, blood, holding a knife, kind of approaching one of the bodies, with Gideon holding the pot and lid behind him, ready to catch it if it gets away.
Great. Yeah, I'll have to tie some. I'll figure out a way to keep it in there.
Right.
Let's take our first break. Still got 3 hours left to go. Of course, the premiere of RollPlay Blades is tonight in 4 hours from now. 4 hours from now. So stay tuned for that as well. If you're in Europe, you got a late night coming up, man. It's already almost midnight, and Blades doesn't premiere till about 3 a.m. your time. So if you're sticking with us all day, we're glad to have you here. Regardless, though, we are going to take our first break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with hour 2 of Court of Swords. We'll see you then.